Lisa Ryder, and I'm the Executive Director of Coastal Carolina Riverwatch, and I'm here today with Becca Drohan. She is our local White Oak waterkeeper, and we are working collaboratively with the City of Jacksonville Stormwater Department to install this litter collection device in the new river. So this program is a 2-year project where we are partnering with waterkeepers across our state to conduct microplastic research and install these litter collection devices to be able to conduct a further research on larger scale plastic.
This is called a Trash Trout Junior, and it is provided by Greenworks up in Asheville. We are working with 14 other riverkeepers all across the state of North Carolina, from the mountains in Piedmont down to the coast, to install these devices to collect trash before it reaches our major waterways. We are also doing microplastic sampling, collecting surface water samples throughout these watersheds to analyze how much microplastic is in our water, characterize how big of a problem North Carolina has.
The ground stays in some concrete before we attach it to the device, so we'll need to figure out where we want to put that. And then
so we are right beside Highway 24 or Lejeune Boulevard and Ellis Boulevard. We are on the very end of Scales Creek. So this is one of our major tributaries within the city of Jacksonville. It actually drains all of our industrial area, which is White Street, and everything up above Western Boulevard flows into this watershed. It's a perennial stream. It is protected. We actually just did a restoration on this stream last summer because Hurricane Florence actually took out the embankment because the water got so high. And we came back in and restored it, and some of the beautiful flowers here as part of that beautification. So now what we're trying to do is remove local trash. Trash from the back of trucks, trash from wind blown out of your trash can. It gets into your roadside ditches. From the roadside ditches, that drains into our smaller tributaries, and those tributaries will drain here into Scales Creek. And we normally have a very large trash jar right here before it crosses under the culvert. And so what we're trying to do is remove all of the local plastics and the larger trash out of the Scales Creek watershed before it enters into Northeast Creek.
I think it'd be easier and lighter to move it down and then work on it down on that platform. Is that okay?
And what a great way to show collaboration with both local government, the City of Jacksonville, and a local nonprofit, water quality nonprofit. This is part of a larger scale program within our organization, Coastal Carolina Riverwatch, and 2 different programs that we work on address marine debris. One is the North Carolina Marine Debris Symposium, which is a network of organizations, local government, solid waste professionals within the state of North Carolina that work collaboratively to address marine debris. So this is a part of that program, and one of the reasons why we say it's a part of that program is we really hope to use this as a pilot project where we can expand to other communities here in coastal North Carolina.
When I first saw when Lisa first called me, her and Rebecca, and they told us what it looked like, I envisioned it being a lot smaller. and then when it showed up last week and I went and looked at it, I was like, oh, that's not small.
Yeah. I was envisioning like the floats kind of being on the bottom. I didn't realize they were sticking out to the sides, and then we went to the training with everybody, and that's okay. It's science. Science changes.
The other component or other program that's relative to our work at Coastal Carolina Riverwatch is our Water Quality for Fisheries program. Our Water Quality for Fisheries program began back in 2021, where we surveyed a group of coastal fishermen, both recreational and commercial, to identify 5 top water quality concerns here in coastal North Carolina. Plastic pollution was number 4 out of the top 5. And so this helps us address the issue of plastic pollution further and will help us prevent plastic pollution impacts to our coastal fisheries.
Now, can Tim, you get on this corner? They walk that in, down and around. This is the trash gate, right?
Yes.
So you go this way. Okay.
trash trout operates, it will be connected to a bank of the stream facing upstream. Trash is going to flow down into it and it will capture that trash without harming any wildlife that might be present in the stream. Once the trash is captured, we'll have volunteers come out and help us collect it, and we'll be categorizing that trash to kind of see what the major players are as far as plastic pollution and recording that data to help us work with our community on plastic reduction initiatives. We're going to be in watersheds across the state, from the mountains to Piedmont to the coast. I know we've got some up in the Boone area, in the Watauga Rivershed. We've got some in the middle of the state, in the Haw Rivershed, in the Waccamaw Rivershed, all the way down to the Neuse and the New Rivershed.
Yeah, as you can see, it's going to collect anything that is larger than a Post-it note. So obviously this is not going to collect microplastics. That's another issue. That's another program that we're working on. But this is going to collect anything larger than a Post-it note, which is about the same size of this fence area here. And what it's going to do is it's going to capture, it's going to collect in this area here, and then volunteer groups will go out and clean the materials out of the trash trout. We've seen a lot of success with this in areas where there's going to be things like paper and plastic cups, styrofoam cups, plastic bottles, things like that are all going to be larger than this Post-it note size. So they're all going to be collected here, and then we're going to be able to retrieve them. And the great thing about collecting it in this way is that we're going to do waste audits on the materials going in here. So let's say that we install a trash trout that's close to an area that we see a lot of the same type of debris. We can go back and then address where that material is coming from and hopefully stop, the leaking of that material from entering the waterway.